Yo, can you hear me?
Yo, what's up?
What's up, dude? Okay, so you let me make sure I got your background right. So you're coming from PvE, just trying out PvP.
Um, well, I played PvP first, and then during the hardcore wipe, I played PvE, and now I'm coming back to PvP.
Okay, gotcha. Roughly how
Yeah.
many hours are you at? 4,300?
Uh, 200.
200. Okay, sorry, you kind of cut out. Cool.
200, yeah.
Awesome. Hold on, I'll share my screen for you, and if you can just share yours as well.
Oh, shoot. We're going right now?
I'm gonna go over some stuff like
Oh, okay.
health
Gotcha.
system, ballistics, ammo. You probably are familiar with most of it already, but I'm just going to start from the top down to the bottom, and just so you have a full understanding of majority of the mechanics in the game. And then I think we have a couple options. So I know you want to task and do PvP or like learn PvP mechanics, but if you're already familiar with where the locations for the quests are, we can do like a custom raid, not custom to the map,
Yeah,
but like a practice raid or like a scav raid, and I kind of show you some PvP mechanics, and then we can go to like woods or customs and run a couple raids.
I got you. I got you.
So it's kind of up to you, like what you want to focus on more, whether it be the tasking or the PvP. But you saying you played last swipe during the hardcore wipe, and you also play PvE. It kind of tells me you're probably already familiar with most of the PvE related tasks, or just any tasks in general, right? Locations and stuff.
Yeah, I'm pretty set. I'm like, figuring out. Like, if I didn't know, I could go to the wiki and figure it out pretty easily.
Okay, cool. I'm just setting up. I have to record the session, so I'm just setting up the little VOD for it.
Gotcha.
Okay, awesome. So you're already familiar with the wiki. I'm just gonna go through the stuff. But first, before we go through this, do you is Tarkov like the only FPS game you play, or do you have experience with other games that are similar?
Uh, on PC, Tarkov, Arc, and Arena. On
Okay,
Xbox, I mean, I played every Call of Duty since 2019, so.
nice. So this was definitely probably like a change in pace, going from like constantly respawning to waiting like 15 minutes in between raids and stuff.
Oh yeah, and like just the mechanics of like peeking and the recoil and everything, and like I have had my PC for like 6 months, so like still not like completely new to recoil control on PC, but like still kind of getting used to it, still mastering it. So it's just
Yeah,
been different.
yeah. There's a bunch of like micro inputs that are kind of all happening simultaneously. That makes it a little difficult sometimes, especially going from console to PC. But I think it's worth it. I like you. I played majority Xbox, and then when I got my first computer, like that was it. I never turned my console on again. To be honest, I think I still have a PS3 under my TV over there that hasn't been on in probably 3 years. Um,
Yeah.
cool, awesome. So I'll just get right into this stuff. So I'm just going to cover the health system, what sort of medicines you can use, and what they do in regard to the health system. We'll go over ballistics, where I'll kind of explain penetration and um, armor tiers in relation to the penetration, and then the flesh damage and the different ones of that. Then I got a couple links I'm going to send you. One is the hideout, item link and the quest item link. It shows you all the items you need to like fully build your hideout, and every item you'll need to hold on to for any of your quests. So you can
Gotcha.
reference it if you're like, close to level 20 or 30, and you're like, okay, I need to see what I need later in the game, and it'll kind of show you. So I'm going to go through this relatively quickly because it sounds like you've been playing for a little bit. So do you know you can keybind your heals and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So I'll give you like a little scenario here. Say, you're engaging with a scav. The scav shoots you a few times. You lose your arm, stomach, and your thorax is at half health, and you have a bleed. How are you healing yourself?
Arm, stomach. Okay, I would heal the bleed first,
Okay.
take care of the scav, and then surgery. Probably the stomach first. Uh, and then, assess. Maybe stop, listen a little bit.
We're gonna for
Because,
this example, we're just gonna assume you killed the scab, everything's clear. Like you cleared it, now
okay,
you're in this room and you're healing up. So that's good. Clear
yeah,
the bleed first. Definitely agree with that. Um, Stomach, thorax at half health, and arm.
yeah. Just heal up after the stomach, yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I pretty much agree with that. I would say check your energy and hydration because sometimes, if you're in a hot spot where something else might push you, it might be better to heal your thorax first because, as you know, if your thorax is blacked out and you take any distributed damage to the thorax, it's insta dead. Same with the head. So the head and the thorax are both parts that cannot be um, served back on with a surgery kit. So once they're gone,
Mm.
they're gone. So if any damage is distributed to those blacked out parts, you're dead. Right arm, left arm. The only thing it's going to do if those are blacked out is give you like the pain effect with your shaking gun, which can be alleviated by painkillers like any of these up here. But when you're using these painkillers, you just want to be aware of the debuffs you get from them, right? So like the cheapest option is the analgens. I don't know how to pronounce that, but you want to be careful with these because they do take quite a bit of hydration. So you're gonna have to think to yourself like, is it worth using this that lasts for a little over a minute and a half and losing 20% of my hydration? Um, One that I like to use is Golden Star once you have access to the flea, only because not only does it take away the same amount of energy, but it also can give you energy recovery and hydration recovery. So if you have no food and water and you're zeroed out on both, what you can do is actually pop a Golden Star and you'll get about like 6/6. So it gives you enough time to run for a little longer. This one also lasts about 4 times longer than the Analgin. They are a little expensive though. So stomach, once your stomach's blacked out, you lose food and water pretty much, or hydration energy pretty much 5 times the rate. So you'll start to lose that a lot. And then if you're hit in the stomach again, it's distributed over the entire body at 1.05 times. So if you take 100 damage to a blacked out stomach that's not blocked by armor, 105 damage is going to be distributed throughout your entire body. So if you have one, two, three, four, five, 6 limbs left, a little calculator real quick, that'd be 105. If that's how much damage the bullet's doing, divided by 6, you're taking 17 and a half damage to every body part. And then if that one's blacked out, you're taking even more damage. So outside of the stomach, arms and legs, if they're blacked out and you're shot in them, you're going to take a zero point 0.7 damage multiplier that's distributed throughout the whole body. So same concept. You would just oh, 1 second, sorry. You would just do the equation like this. So if you took 100 damage around to the arms, 100 times zero point 0.7. If that arm's blacked out, you're taking 70 damage divided by 6, so 11 damage per body part. I know it sounds complicated, but just think about it like if you have a blacked out arm and you're hit by a generic bullet, which is usually in the range of like 50 to 80 damage, you're going to take roughly like 8 damage to each body part, if that kind of makes sense. So if you lose an arm, make sure to get that thorax healed all the way up first and that head healed all the way up first before you surgery an arm. Legs, if they're blacked out, you get the same effect as if they're fractured, meaning you can't run. The only way you can run is with a painkiller. It's right here, fracture, with a painkiller, or you don't always have a fracture with it. So if it's blacked out, you can't run on it, but there may or may not be a fracture
Yeah.
present. A cool thing to know with the legs is if you use a CMS, if it's black and fractured, a CMS is only going to bring it back. So you can't run off of it after you fix it. You have to use a splint. But if you use a survival kit, it actually removes fractures. So if you use a survival kit to put your leg back on and it's black and fractured, you'll get that back. The survival kit also gives you back almost double of your maximum health for that body part. So you see where the CMS says adds 25 to 45% of the maximum health back. So if you were to CMS your arm, you'd be at like roughly 25 out of 25. But if you were to use a serve kit, it would be probably closer to like 40 or 45 out of 45. The only difference is the serve kit takes about 4 seconds longer. So it's kind of one of those things. Is it worth it to use in the moment? Or you got to consider weight because the serve kit, I believe, is like twice as heavy as a CMS kit. So if you don't want to be overweight, you have to pick between one or the other. And then your main heals that you're going to be using, you should be really familiar with Salewa, IFAC, AFAC. They all clear bleeds, heavy and light. Off the top of my head, I think clearing a heavy bleed. Let me see if it shows me here. Oh, that's just a picture. Yeah, I think it removes roughly 120 from each one. So if you have a heavy bleed, you always want to try to carry an Esmark or K-Lock or even a cat with you to remove it. Because if you're using one of these, half your heals are gone just healing that bleed, right? Light bleeds, I believe it removes 40. And I can go back and check these for you, but these are so cheap you may as well run them. I'll be honest, I'm guilty of not running them only because I forget to buy them. But if you remember to buy them, they're worth using. I wouldn't go as far as key binding them if you already have a lot of stuff key bound, but at least you have it, right?
Yeah.
And that pretty much covers the health. Oh, fresh wounds. So are you familiar with what fresh wounds are?
Where they can reopen.
Exactly. So yeah, if you get a fresh wound on a body part, it's pretty much if you hover over it, like it'll show up as a status ailment effect, like over here or over here. If you hover over it, it tells you how long you have until it opens back up. Um, but then it can also just randomly open if you're running, taking other damage, sprinting, jumping, whatever. So you kind of want to be super careful with fresh wounds on blacked out body parts because if you have a blacked out thorax or a blacked out head, and your right arm is blacked out with a fresh wound, if you sprint and that thing opens, you are immediately dead. Same with like touching barbed wire or anything like that, right? And then these are all just pretty specific ones like overweight, fatigue, dehydration. I'm not going to go into these because you obviously know how to eat food and drink water. So if you don't have any questions on the medical stuff in the health system, I'm just going to move over to ballistics.
Now we're good there.
Cool, awesome. I'm going to kind of use my character here to describe some things as we go through. Okay, so the ballistics part of Tarkov, it's going to show you like what tier penetration the ammo has, right? There's no such thing as
Yeah.
like meta ammo. It's all situational, right? Like you're gonna hunt some bosses with health pools in their head of upward to 150 that don't wear helmets. You're gonna be wanting to use something that does a lot more damage, but might have a lot less pen because there's nothing you need to penetrate, right? You're doing
Yeah.
PvP versus players. Everyone's rocking Altons, tier 4 helmets, all that jazz. So you're probably going to want something that pens at least tier 4, maybe tier 5. This is kind of an example on that. If you open any bullet, excuse me, you'll have the damage counter here and then the penetration here. So we see that this round of M856 is a very high tier 1 penetration, high tier 2, and the rest is very low. So if we reference that on the chart, 0, which was pretty much anything below tier 2, it cannot penetrate with any reasonable amount of hits. So it's going to take 20 plus rounds to penetrate, but blunt damage can still be distributed throughout the body, but very low. The other one was very effective, usually ignores. So these two. So if you're hitting tier 1, it's going to penetrate it 80% of the time. So you're talking 1 round, maybe 2 rounds to penetrate for sure. And then very effective 1 to 3. So if you ever see something like this where it says high on the tier 2 chance, you know it'll take 1 to 3 rounds to penetrate that level of armor. And then the very high being this. And then when you get past the effective round where it starts kind of falling off, let me see if I have an example. Where it says low, like this one says low here. That's where you're like, okay, there's a possibility here, but it's unlikely. So if we look at the low category, it's showing between 5 to 9 and 9 to 13, possibly even 13 to 20. So that's just something to keep in mind. You want a good balance. And the reason I chose these 3 rounds is one is flesh, one is like mid-game standard ammo, and one is late-game standard ammo. So this all applies to the ballistic system, and it's all here. So if you have ammo you found and you're like, is it good or is it worth a lot? Usually people value ammo based on its penetration and damage. So something like MAI AP is considered a very good round because it's versatile. It can kill players, it can kill armored bosses, it can do all that stuff. Whereas if you find something like HP, you probably might not want to pick that up because it does a lot of damage, but it doesn't pen much. And it's also something you can buy from a trader. So if it's ammo you can't buy from a trader, you absolutely want to be picking it up. And it's usually going to be this higher tier ammo right here. But what you use it for is situational. Do you know the difference between armored rigs and like tactical rigs, armored tactical rigs, body armor and tactical rigs is what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I won't go over that too much. I'll kind of cover the pin system with the armor, right? So like, for example, if you run into somebody that's wearing this, right? These are both tier 6 plates. So something like this wouldn't be generally effective on it at all, really. Nor this. Oh, sorry. Nor this. So to think about this armor here. So this armor has built-in soft armor that's tier 3. So it has built-in chest, right? So if you hover over here, it says tier 3 chest, back, left side, front side. You can actually take the plate and kind of hover where it would be on the armor. And that's where it kind of shows you what it protects. So not much, right? Even though that's a tier 6 plate. Same with the back plate. You can put it right there. So it's not covering a whole lot of that area. And we can do the same thing with the defender here, which is pretty much the same type of armor as that, just covers a little more. So this one's covering your neck. So you see how this has that opening here? This one does not.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yep, so that'll cover the neck, and then it's also covering the groin, which is this part here. Same thing with the plates. You see how that one's a little larger on this armor? Because this is a different style of plate. And then same here. So even though it's tier 6, it doesn't cover nearly as much.
Gotcha.
So now we'll talk about like, well, what if I only have ammo like this? This is the only thing I have available. Well, the good news for you is this ammo does 60 damage, right? Or even this ammo that does 54. It doesn't pen tier 4, but it's what you have to work with, right? So if most people are rocking these types of armors with probably minimum tier 5, tier 4 plates, you're gonna have to think about that when you're using this type of ammo if you're going for players. If you have this M856 and you're fighting scavs, it's fine. You know, one tap to the head pretty much all day, every day. But if you're using it against somebody that's using these armors in a PvP scenario, you might want to aim for the legs. Because even if you were to shoot for face level or neck level, it's tier 3 low, tier 2 high. So this is tier 3 to the neck, and then they're more than likely going to have a death shadow on. Right? So this might be better suited to shoot somebody in the legs because, as we talked about, if you black out one of their legs, which is 65 damage, it would only take 2 of these bullets, and then the rest of that damage from the bullets getting distributed. So you're talking with a round like this that does 60 damage, shoot them in the leg, same leg. You're talking maybe 5 shots, they're going down. Doesn't matter who they are, what armor they have, nothing. They're going down. There is ammo that's specifically made for this kind of stuff, specifically rip rounds. So if you come across these, you're gonna want to like stockpile these for your 9x19 at least for your test drive quest because you have to kill 20 PMCs with an MP5. So this is a perfect example. This is 45 ACP rip, doesn't pin anything, right? But look at the damage. 130 rounds coming out of a 45 ACP. That's almost triple. Oh, that's like 2 times what this round does. So you're talking 130 damage to one leg. This would take 3-4 rounds tops to drop anybody. Doesn't matter if they have an Alton. Doesn't matter if they have this with tier 6. You shoot them in the legs, they're dead. And this is the 9x19 rip. Oh, right here. Oh, is it the same one? Sorry. Get the other rip. So this is one you'll probably end up using a little more. Yeah, there it is. 102 damage, 0 pin. So if you have access to something like this, probably aim for their body parts. If you have something like this, definitely aim for the face. If you have a tier 3, very high chance, because it's going to go through that neck, it's going to go through that face shield. And if you have something like this, definitely aim for the head all day, every day. Any questions on ammo?
No, I'm all good.
All right, brother. Okay, and how familiar are you with the maps? Like, do you generally know like points of interest, where to go?
Um, like as far as uh like I know where I am when I spawn. I know where I am. Like I know where I am at all times in maps. Maybe not interchange. Interchange is a little confusing, but all the other ones, like I know generally where I am and generally how to get to the POIs.
Okay, so like woods, for example. Since we're gonna go there, I'm just gonna do a quick spiel on it. I'm gonna have the spawn points up. Oh, that's enemies. And the extract. I don't really use Map Genie a whole lot, so give me a second. Okay, nice. All right, let me snip this. Okay, so these are all the spawn points. These are all the extracts. You say you're generally familiar with where your spawn is at. Does that include woods? Because I'll be honest, sometimes I even get turned around.
Yeah, I can. I mean, yeah, there's some spawns that like, oh, this looks the same, but travel a little bit and I can figure it out.
Okay, that sounds good. Usually when playing woods, you can like split it into a quadrant, right? Or into quadrants. So you have these spawns where everybody can spawn here in these areas. You have these, and these. These spawns are nice because if you spawn here, you automatically know where you are because you're either going to see this road, see that factory, or see this lake, and it's always going to be straight ahead, like on your left shoulder. Sawmill, right? If you spawn here, you can kind of see the scav house. I've actually gotten confused a couple times spawning here because there's a few new ones. Spawning this close to outskirts because it kind of spawns you on the other side of a hill. But all you got to do is simply look up, see the house, see the big lake that goes to the sawmill. And up here, this is where it can get a little tricky too. But if I know I see any small ponds, I know I'm like generally somewhere up here.
Yeah.
And then over here, everything's pretty visible because this is one of the only spots on woods where this like whole pathway is just open. So there's like nothing really here, and then you can kind of see the bridge for car extract. Yeah, that's how I split it up. And then if I'm not sure I'm at, look for this or look for the big ass mountain on the other side of the lake. Like you'll always be able to see it. It's out of bounds, of course, but you'll always be able to see it regardless where you are.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, I think we can probably just hop in a raid. I'm gonna send you these things super quick. It's the hideout items thing and the quest thing, so you can reference them if you ever need them.
Thank you.
Yep. I'm gonna close out of some of the stuff so I'm not super laggy. So I give you the option. We can just run the raids, or I can take you to a practice raid. I feel like practice raid would be good because I'm definitely going to be able to show you a lot of different things in terms of like simultaneous movement, how to not let inertia like affect when you're moving in close quarters, how to lean peek, how to slow peek, stuff like that. So we can do that on a smaller map in practice mode.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Cool. Let me grab some mags. All right, what is your username?
Tekola, so Tekola.
Okay, level 12.
Yeah,
Nice. Your survival rate in KD's not bad. It's pretty good.
I try a little bit.
All right, we'll pick a super simple map. Let me see which one would probably be pretty good. We can just do factory. Kind of sick today. I ended up not going to work, so if I cough a lot, sorry in advance.
Oh, good.
Do you usually play solo or do you play with people?
Usually, I'm looking for like a PvP group on the Discord or something,
Okay.
but I've been just trying to run quests solo a little bit, but I don't know. I really like to play with others more than play solo.
Yeah, that's fair. I think I definitely played more solo than with people, but I have a good time, I think, regardless. Just
I think,
becomes a different game, you know?
yeah, I think I just need to get more confident, and then, but I mean, that also probably just comes with saying F it and just running it over and over again.
Yeah, I mean, that can definitely help, but it's like learning from when you die, right? Like
Yeah.
people in this game are so quick to be like, "Oh, that guy's cheating," or or whatever. Or, you got so lucky, but usually there's something you could have done differently that would have um, had a better outcome. Like, especially newer people that play PvP, like they could have the greatest gunplay in the world, right? But it doesn't matter if their decision making doesn't support it.
Hmm.
So it's like W King, like Arena's good for learning gunplay, right? But usually surviving raids comes from the decision to go somewhere or paying attention to shots, what guns they have. Should you push them? Trying to think of where a good spot would be. I think we can probably just do it right here. Go to the other end there.
I'll just hobble. My leg is broken. What
Oh,
the
do you
heck?
need something?
Yeah, I need a little splint.
Here you go. Okay. So stand on like stand like right here. And like, I want you to left hand peek me. Can you see me at all?
No.
Can you see me at all now?
Yeah.
How much of my body can you see?
Just a little sliver.
Okay, I'm gonna slow peek, like barely, and look at my screen. How much of me can you see right here? Zoom in.
Just a little bit.
Just my elbow, right?
Yeah.
Look what happens if I zoom in here. Ready? Look how much of you I can see.
Oh,
You see that?
that's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. So now I'm gonna show you like a quick peek where I'm gonna shoot you, hopefully not kill you. And I want you to see how fast this looks, okay? You see that?
That was pretty dang quick.
I was kind of watching your screen when I was firing, so I missed. Here, you can. Oh shit, use that. Sorry, I thought I brought heals. And then here you go. You can take all those stems. Yeah, serve your leg back or CMS your leg back on, and then I'll show you how to do that. So that's what we call right peak advantage. If you're ever fighting somebody, like while you're healing, say somebody's like right here, like they're just in the middle there. If I run up to them from this tractor, if I go here and start shooting them, my entire body is going to be exposed to them. If I go here and like crouch and do this, they're only going to see like my shoulder and my head. So when you're thinking about getting into gunfights, you want to try to think about getting somewhere where you can get this right hand peek and try to force them into a position where they have to do a left hand peek. Now there is shoulder swapping, right? Like you can do this. See, which helps the left hand peek a little bit, but when you watch me peek, it's like an in between, right? Like you're still very exposed. Here's the difference. That's what I see when I'm on right shoulder. This is what I see when I'm on left shoulder. So not a whole lot different, but my body is still exposed in the same way. That's why right hand peeking is so strong. You can use the Propitol stem. It'll heal you back up. It should be in your backpack. Yep, the yellow one. Oh, okay, never mind. You'll heal up then.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I want you to get here, and I want you to practice it. Give me your gun. I'm going to give you mine. So mine has higher ergo. And then I'll be able to zoom in and let you get instant feedback for what you look like. Oh, hold on. There we go. It's a little tricky, huh? So you're peeking right? But you have to understand when I'm peeking, stand behind me, I'll show you. This is how you're peeking right now. Well, let me get to your spot. Right? This is how probably 80% of people peek. The trick is peek like this.
Circle peek.
You see how much faster it is versus doing this?
Yeah.
Like it's instant. So try that. It takes a little bit of time to get used to. You got to be careful not to swing too much. You just, yeah, there you go. There you go. Look at that. Just do muscle memory and look at my screen. Look at that. Have you ever been killed by somebody doing that? It's crazy,
All
huh?
the time.
Okay, so now I want you to go left to right. Like me.
Okay.
You can stand behind me, stand in front of me, it doesn't matter. Do you notice how there's a pause when you go from left to right? Like when you press the other key? It's like a slight, it's like slows you down. So watch me. The trick to this is, are you using WASD to move?
Yeah.
Yep. Press them all like pretty much simultaneously. Like WDSA, WDSA. There's no delay. So when you're peaking, you want to try to do that. See how I'm doing it? There's no stop delay. And it gets hard, dude. It gets hard. Like if somebody else is doing this, it's hard to keep up with all the keybinds, right? So if I know somebody else is doing this, something I'll do is just crouch, tap. I was a little close to the wall there. Oh, I don't really use guns this long. So try that out. Yeah, that's crazy. That's good. All right, just keep doing it. I'm going to clip it so I can show it back to you. I know it's kind of hard to do it. Now try the crouch thing.
Shoot.
Nice. Yeah, you're getting it. You're getting it. Okay, so now I want you to try to blind fire me. Try not to hit me in the head.
Oh. Is it bad if you stay in the lean and do the circle, or do you like have to
I
alternate?
don't, because if you stay in the lean and do that, you're gonna have to go wider and wider, and you're not gonna notice how exposed you are. It's like a jiggle peak. So like,
Yeah.
Yep. Good shot.
Oh. Yo, it's so hard. Oh.
The raid was almost over anyways. So I'll show you you're gonna get your stuff back. I'll show you the clip of what you look like while you're doing that, right? I got 2 clips, I think, out of that. Give me just a second.
Yeah, I'm a single monitor, bro.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, this is gonna be awesome. So let me pull it
Yeah, I
up.
should have told you that.
No, it's
That was
all
on me.
good. All right, so we'll play this one first. I don't remember what this one was. Was this me showing you something?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. This is me showing you, I think, what you look like. So 1 second. I'm not sure why I clipped this. It's probably something here. Okay, yeah, it's just a long clip. So that's what you look like when you're doing it. It's fast, huh?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so it's way better than just just staying still and peeking the corner, right? So I got another couple clips I'll show you so you get a good idea of. Okay, that's the same one.
I look like no generals.
So the reason I shot there is I wanted to kind of show you. So do you notice how when you were pressing WASD and moving in that circle? I'll kind of slow it down too. So you'll notice something here, and this is what you'll find when you start running into like more advanced people, okay? So the reason I was able to headshot you here is because you made your move pattern predictable. Ooh, fast forward it. So I know you're going to peek here. The shot comes out the same time again. And then 3rd shot. 4th shot. 5th shot. So sometimes if you're doing this circle peek thing, you want to just like mix it up. Like after you peek 2 times, maybe 3 times, just wait a second. Or go crouch or throw a grenade or something like that. Just kind of mix it up. Now it's definitely more advanced for sure. But it's good to know, right? So now you can like try to do that when you go into your raids, especially places like Dorm, Stronghold, things like that. The only thing I didn't get to show you was the no jump inertia, but we can do that in one of our raids. Or the no inertia jump, sorry. It's pretty much if you're running and you jump forward and you press the S key or the back key when you land and jump again, you can do that thing you see people do. It's like a bunny hop backwards. So like sometimes people do it if they're sprinting and they run into somebody because when you're sprinting and you stop, you can't like pull your gun up very fast.
Yeah.
So if you jump forward and jump back, you can just immediately lose that like low drop and just hold the fire button. Just hit fire. So where are we going first, just so I know what kind of kit to bring? It's your call.
I got this long gun. Uh, let's just run woods, I
Okay.
guess, first.
Let me get some sort of sniper. I don't think I have one built. Yeah, let me make one real quick. Oh, thanks, babe. Oh, that's gonna feel so good on my throat. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you. So we'll do let's see, we are at 41 minutes. We can do this woods raid, and then for the custom one, I'm gonna kind of just let you lead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you get to make the decisions, kind of tell me what you want to do, and then if it's something I'm like, okay, maybe that's not the best idea, I'll kind of try to explain why, and then we can do something different.
Okay.
Um, actually, you can lead this one too, since you're really confident with the map. What do we have to do here? I don't think you ever told me. Just said you needed to go to woods.
Just survive and extract. Oh, and eliminate targets, so scavs or players. 3 of
Okay,
them.
that sounds good. Yeah, you lead this one as well, since you've kind of told me you already have like a good foundation. And yeah, just let me know if you need help, like you feel like we're lost or what should we do, and I'll try my best to advise. And then I'll do
Alrighty.
like a after map thing where I'll draw on the map and kind of talk about things I might have done differently here or where you did really well, etc., etc. Don't need Red Rebel. Don't need that. Some heals. So what's your loadout looking like right now?
Got the tack rig.
Let me open it up on my end.
Scar. My heels. Backpack. Throw MRA in the water because it's woods.
Okay. I'm just looking. So there's a couple suggestions I want to make for you here to kind of make it a little more efficient for you. You don't necessarily have to keybind the splint or bandage. So instead of bringing the splint in or sorry, the splint, you could just bring an aluminum splint in your container. Yeah, it's up a little bit. Yeah. Same with the food and water, right? Like put that in your container because you don't have access to food right now. So if we died off the bat, you would just lose that, right? And it's like these little decisions that kind of add up because you don't want to be without heals, right?
Yeah.
Or food and water. The propofol, I noticed you don't have any painkillers. So what I would personally do is probably buy the painkillers from therapists, the 4 out of 4 ones, and just put them in your pockets. They're very cheap, right? Like maybe you're in a scenario where you can't splint your leg or you're shaken. You don't have any right now, but therapists will sell them to you. Yeah, 6K to get you some peace of mind. Just bring him in, keybind him to something quick, and just tap him if you're ever in a spot where you can't move or your arms are shaking. That dog tag, we don't really need to bring that. Um, the dog tag in your secure container. Everything else looks pretty good to me. Let me see your armor real quick. It's your tactical rig. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'd bring maybe one grenade, one M67. Just have it. You'd rather have it than and not need it than need it and not have it. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Do you feel good about that amount of ammo? Okay, looks like you're a little overweight. So you don't have the highest stamina, so you can ditch the glasses and the little sword thing. That'll probably be enough to bring you back to the sheath at the bottom. It's like the axe. Yeah, there you go. So you see how that number 24.3 changed green? It was yellow. So that's the difference between being like normal weight and overweight. If you're overweight, you take a pretty massive stamina penalty. I want to say it's like you lose it 20 or 30% faster. So you wouldn't be able to run nearly as far. I think I have everything. Let me grab a key and we can go.
Let's ride, as the kids say.
Yeah. All right.
Oh.
All right. I'm going to go get some water. I'll be right back. All right. I'm back.
Yo.
Yeah, if you have any questions at all, just let me know, like about anything with the game.
They had VR Tarkov.
I I don't know. There might be something out there, but I don't think there's anything from like the actual developers.
There's this guy on live that's playing EFT VR Kappa Grind.
What the hell?
He's on customs. It looks like insanely legit if it's not like a released by developers.
This is the first I've heard of it. It might be like some sort of mod support from SPT. There's a like a non-licensed version of the game called SPT, which is single player Tarkov. It's what used to be what people played before PvE. Think of it like Skyrim with mods, but Tarkov with mods.
PvE was fun. It was just like, I don't know. I had this dude that I played with. He was like really cool. He'd been playing PvE for a long time.
Okay. PvE is
And
cool.
yeah, and he was like an older guy, probably like in his 50s or something. So he wasn't like one of those guys that's like a super sweat, but like in PvE, which is really weird. He was just like chill and knowledgeable, so
Oh
he helped
yeah.
me learn a lot, and it was just fun to play.
I personally
But
don't play it, but I see why it has so much appeal. I certainly don't bash people for playing it over PvP because PvP can get very frustrating.
yeah, but solo, I feel like solo PvE, I, there's just no point, I guess.
It's
Just for those
definitely
people that's like gets high off of having billions of dollars in their stash.
it's definitely challenging, especially when you don't have access to like slightly decent ammo, and armor.
Yeah,
I just like
but
PvP or not PvP solo because I feel like I progress faster when I play solo. Like if I run into a team, right, I'm probably gonna die, but if I kill two or three, that's two or three more kills through the quest.
oh yeah,
I feel like there's just more opportunity to play solo, but like we were talking about earlier, it's just a different game, right? There's definitely times where I'd rather be in a group, like doing pretty much anything at the health resort on Shoreline or factory, stuff like that. Unless it's a kill people quest. Labyrinth. I only go to Labyrinth in 5-man groups.
guaranteed goop.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think my goal is to get good enough to where I can get to prestige at some point.
It's a good goal. I prestige during the hardcore wipe, like before it became not hardcore. Like when shit was still double priced and sold for half. It was rough. But I was scared that
Yeah.
they would make it harder to prestige in the future. So I was like, this is going to be my only time to really do it. And I was kind of right. Is the level I'm at now is like the XP it would take to get to 55 on that wipe. It's insane how much the XP is right now, or how much it takes to get to 55. I think that's a good goal. Maybe Kappa. I think because if you get Kappa, you pretty much like that is prestige. You know what I mean? You just got to get the levels after that. I think Kappa's a really good goal. All right. Remember the quadrants?
We're in quadrant 1.
Yep. Top left. I can check if car's up if you want. If you brought money.
Scabbard.
It'll count as your survive too.
Is there a spawn down there?
Yes, there is, and there's probably scavs down there too. If you need to kill 5 scavs and survive, we could probably push into the village.
It's only 3. But
It's up to you. Just lead the way.
even easier.
I'd be careful up there. Yeah. Try not to keep your like left and rights exposed. So we came from over there, right? So if you hug this rock and kill him, less likely to die from somebody to your left. I'm gonna push back a little bit. I'm just kind of watching for you.
Did you see it? If cars over there.
I couldn't see it from the fog, so we'd have to push a little closer if we wanted to see.
Yeah.
I can go check.
Maybe we can push closer. Come around. I know there's 2 other scavs at least in here, so.
That'd be pretty good. Got those, and then got the car. This door's open. I'm not sure if it spawns open. Just be careful.
Oh.
Car is up. Uh-oh. Oh, you're lagging.
Holy moly.
Yeah. Oh. You wanted to, you could push to this right side over here to see if there's any scavs over there. I'm just gonna take an overwatch in this building so I can watch the car and help you if needed.
Some
Did you heard something?
steps. Thought I heard some steps in the snow.
You don't have my stream volume on, do you?
No.
Yeah, this is a pretty solid spot if we can get more scouts to spawn.
There's
Scav out front in the road, walking toward the rock we were on. Yep.
holy aim.
It's okay. Take your time. Nice
Jeez.
shot. Do you know how to do the variable zoom?
I forgot how to do it slow, but I have it binded to Q.
Oh, okay. So aim in. Yep. Now hold left alt and move your mouse wheel up and down. There you go. It can be kind of rough with those ×8 scopes if you don't want to zoom in that much. I kind of keep mine at like a medium hold, like ×2 or 3. Just kind of adjust as needed. All right, one more scab, and then we can take the car out of here. Free rep. Couple quests done. This isn't the most exciting raid, but if you can take a completion, take a completion, especially one this free. This is me in front of you. And then also, if you double tap O, you see where it says Bridge VX.
Yeah.
If it's green, that means someone's paid for it. If it's red, that means it's gone. And you don't have to be near it to get that. It'll be like that if you're on the other side of the map and somebody's taking it.
This usually has at least 3.
Yeah. I'm really surprised there weren't more. That's okay. They'll come. They'll come. If you want,
Especially since there's
you can throw one of your nades like out in the middle of the street, because sounds like that and unsuppressed weapons will cause scavs to kind of travel up. They'll go investigate those sounds. Yep. Oh, yeah, you're getting shot at by one. Oh, that landed near me. Nice.
back.
All right, we can leave. I like to hide under the bridge, just in case. Like right here. Just for that exact reason we just heard. And you can double tap O to see how long you got. Around 7 seconds left. We run up there. Oh, I didn't pay. Let me go pay real quick so I can get the timer. 20 seconds left.
So it's red if your teammate didn't pay.
No, it's red once it's gone.
Well, like the number that it had like a red hue behind it before you paid.
Oh, I'm not sure. I mean the exfil 03 portion where it was green. Like the text saying what extract it was. Okay, that was a success, I'd say.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, definitely a more boring raid, but you got to take those. You know what I mean? Especially if your only goal is to kill 3 and survive. We're all
Especially
about
if you're still
progression.
on tour.
Yeah, you need those other maps unlocked. That is definitely a priority. Okay, so you got to plant your poster at Stronghold. So we'll recommend bringing like a short, medium range build. So I won't be bringing this DVL. I'm bringing like a vector or something. I'm not gonna open the map and go over it because I mean we spawned at the village and we stayed there and that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
Okay.
The heck? What's this got in it? SP. SP's buns. So we'll do that. Okay.
Dang, Black Labs key cards are almost 2 mil.
Yeah.
Sheesh. Okay, I think I'm ready to go. Proptal. And a flare. Definitely need a green flare.
Is it one poster or all three of them?
It's one, thankfully. A long time too. It's like 30 seconds.
Holy noob, still needs to lay was. Oh. Yes.
All right, don't feel rushed. I'm just gonna start it. But whenever you're ready, just join in. I'm gonna mute while I get some of this feed, and when you're ready, just join in.
Let's go.
There's a couple spawns that are like close enough to we should probably just rush it. So if we get one of those, I'll let you know. I think unlocking ref would be pretty big. Kind of just gives you an endless supply of money.
And I play arena
Really
here and there. Yep.
nice. I haven't played in probably a month. Did the battle pass and then pretty much just played this only.
Yeah, I'll just go over there whenever. Like I was just getting really frustrated. I think 2 days ago,
Mm-hmm.
PvP lost some fights that I shouldn't have lost. So I was being dumb, and I was like, all right, I'm just gonna go play arena.
Yeah, it happens. It's a good like break from Tarkov when you want to play Tarkov.
Yeah.
This poster quest will lead to the quest lines that let you transfer money. You got to kill 2 players with a P.A.K.A. Maybe it's 3. And kill 5 scavs with an R. How are the teams in the Sherpa Discord? Like when you look for a group, are they all pretty new or around the same skill level? I've never really found a group through there.
Well, I go through the Tarkov official Discord,
Oh, okay.
and I mean,
Probably like a big mix then,
you
huh?
got it, and if anyone wants to help me, and you got level 60 guys saying, let's go run some Labyrinth, or let's go run
Yeah,
Terminal and PvP and stuff. So
I feel that.
got a big mix.
I got like a handful of people that I play with for the most part. There's like never a shortage of me being able to just like hit somebody and play, hey, I need help with this, and then we go do it.
Yeah,
So tonight we're supposed to run some labyrinth, but I might have to take a nap after this. I feel awful.
gotcha.
Yeah, this will be the last raid for sure of the session. We're closing in on hour 17.
Gotcha.
Yeah, if you ever need help with like something small or you don't want like an official session, just hit me up. You got my Discord, you got my direct message. Right now I'm working on a lot of reserve stuff. Uh, hell, that's really it. Reserve and then test drives, a factory, then I think customs. I'm already done with the PvP stuff. I just gotta kill the scavs for 4 and 5. Or 5 and 6. Can't remember. Okay, awful spawn, but oh yeah, go ahead. You're leading this one, or just at least like the decisions of where you would like to go, how you would like to approach it.
Poster is this inside Fortress, right? Inside that bedroom.
Yeah, the scav base, stronghold fortress, called a lot of
Gotcha,
different
gotcha.
things. Yep.
Hop in here real quick.
So if you press your mouse wheel in, it'll search stuff like discover stuff.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Just little quality of life things that add up.
How long have you been a streamer?
Oh god, dude. Been streaming probably since 2019, but I took like a long hiatus. 2 different hiatuses actually, where I didn't stream for like 2 or 3 years. Now I stream like 2 days a week. 'Cause I got my first kid on the way, so not really trying to stream more than that.
Yeah, I'm trying to get into it.
It's gotta have patience for it for sure. Just because like, like some days I'll stream, I get like 15, 20 people. Other days I'll stream, I'll have like 1 or 2 people. Just like very can't like equate the viewership to success. Shots across the river. Sounded like DVL. So sniper of
Does
some
that add
sort.
us?
I don't I don't know.
Is this an okay spot to cross? I think so.
I think this is our only spot to cross right now with those shots. Nope.
Yo!
Not safe.
Can't tell if that was from the left or front.
Sounded like front. I have 45 ACP, so I don't know. I'm gonna give you covering fire back up. Let me pull up your stream.
Shots on the left. Over bridge.
Just stay in cover. Did you get shot at again or no when you jump?
No.
Okay. Painkiller. Alright, so you got two options. You can push him or you can run back to me. Okay. Nice. Just listening. So I can send it. He might have fucked off and went to the bridge. Since you got the poster and you can't really get him anymore. I'll send it. Just stay behind a little bit. And just cover fire.
He took a shot at you.
Oh yeah, I know.
Can't tell where.
Alright. You can run across while you're PK'd, and I'll run up and try to kill him. It's a DVL. You can ignore him if you want. It's me. Search this body in the bush and grab that key. You'll need it later. It's for a later quest. Alright, let's go.
How many more minutes?
Like 15, 20.
That's pretty much.
Take a pause in here and start looting. This is Crack House. Or Lab. Called now. Close this door.
Oh, lab.
Lab, yeah. What it's called now. Loot it up and go upstairs. Loot up there too. And then we'll move to Stronghold. Did you hear something? Okay, just clear.
I just don't want to be caught off guard.
No, I got you, I got you. There could be intel spawns on those shelves. Shooting at the Stronghold. Fortress. Sounds like an MXLR.
Sounds like lunch. Jeez. Or delete these filing cabinets.
Can if you
from the
want to.
window.
I have the door we came in closed, and I'm holding the other downstairs door. Nice. You can put those in your secure container. Those scopes worth a little bit. House store key's good too. Nice. And if you get better loot, you can just like take out the water and then the MRE, you know what I mean? Just put it in your backpack. Yeah, we'll wait here. Wait till we hear a little more shooting. We got about probably 5 minutes until player scavs load in. The goal is just to get your poster planted, and then we can extract through the flare. So inside buildings, I'd recommend not sprinting, just walk. Yeah, there's no reason to really sprint. It's like double the sound radius, so if somebody hears that outside, they'll fight us. So I heard shots this way, right here, but we can try to send it. I'll lead. Just give me a second, like let me lead a little bit. What we don't want to happen is get pinched. I want you to have enough time to react if I start getting shot at. Alright, you can come plant your poster. In here. In that room. In the back here. Go near the beds behind me. Yep, just hold that down and stay like that. I don't think we're alone.
I'd hope not. Oh.
Killed him. I knew we weren't alone.
Stand up, goober.
Mm-hmm. He's loaded with loot. You can take kinda. He's got Iskra found in raid. That's good. I knew I heard something. Just wasn't sure. Alright, ready to go?
Yep.
Okay. We'll go hit flare. I brought one, so let's take that extract. So I hit him with that jump move I was talking about. You do this and this.
You jumped in the room?
Yeah,
Sheesh.
it's just because normally they're aiming head level, so if you do that, they'll shoot you in the legs, which honestly, he had a shotgun, so kind of surprised it worked as well as it did. Alright, just wait a second. Make sure the flare... Okay, it popped. We're good. Sometimes it'll hit that railing. If it hits that railing, you'll die. Like, it won't count. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so you always want to make sure you see the flare up, and then just make sure to stay moving. Alright.
Yeah, so many hideout items.
Yeah, he had a lot of stuff on him. Okay, I'll go over the map super quickly and then answer any questions you have, and then I'm gonna have to dip. Let me pull up the customs map real quick. Just to kind of talk about what we did. Uh, Give me a second. I'm still learning how to navigate this Discord. I want to use the maps they have because it's theirs are a little more detailed. There we go. Customs. Perfect. Set this. All right, cool. So go over it super quick. Oh, we spawned here. We went up. We looted here. Kind of held this right here. Came down. You got. Oh no. Oh, this is this doesn't have it in there. There's a land bridge right here. This is where you were.
Yeah.
Went down here. You got engaged right here by somebody, probably like here. Uh, Good job on the rock, like going back and just staying there because it allowed me time to try to see if I could find him. I couldn't because we both had just had red dots. So I told you to PK. You PK'd, ran back. I PK'd, ran forward. So you know there's a guy here. And the thought process was if I PK, I can probably bob and weave a little better since he's using a sniper. And I had better tier armor. So I was going to bait shots, bait shots, bait shots. He took shots at me. I get up here. I don't see him. You move forward. Then we go around here, loot this body for the key, which we'll need for quests later. Then we went up through crack, looted crack, waited, gathered intel on what was going on, had a ton of fighting over here, and had an MXLR somewhere over here. Didn't really hear a whole ton up here. So that's where the patience kind of comes in. So we stayed here for about 5 minutes, which was perfect because it allowed us to kind of gather what's going on, like what's going on where.
Mm-hmm.
Then we kind of went out, wrapped, went through here. I cleared all of this. You planted your poster in this room. When I was outside, I heard the dude swivel in here. So I go in, clear it, killed him. We looted him. And then we went out. Where did we go out? We go out. I think we just went out this way. Yep. And then we took Flare.
Yeah.
Very super straightforward. Really good raid overall. I mean, we finished the quest we went in there to do. I got a kill. I didn't really need kills, but it doesn't really matter. But yeah, that's exactly how we want to play it, right? So our goal was to plant the poster, and that's what we did. And you formulated the route pretty well. Like this was honestly a really great route. When you asked me here, like, should we just go another way, like this way or this way or this way? The reason I said no is because we heard all that. Like, yeah, there's a sniper shooting at us, but we heard all that fighting going on right here. So any one of those paths would have just put us right here in the middle of all of it. So I'd rather take my chances with the one lone sniper here, and we can both fight him, than deal with whatever the hell's going on over here. Because our goal is not to fight people; our goal is to get here. So we took a really efficient
That's
path. Took a really efficient path. Took our time. Once we got in here, we closed the door. I held this door. This door was closed. So if somebody opened it, I would have heard them running up, and then also open it. And then told you not to sprint inside buildings, just walk. There's no reason to sprint. You sprinting. So like, say for example, if you're, let me change the color. And this is just like a rough estimate, right? It's not completely accurate. But if you're sprinting in this building, your sprint here distance is probably like that. That's what people can hear, right? If you're walking, it's going to be more like this, like just outside of the building, they'll hear you walking. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
it's louder for you, so it's less time to react. So we want maximum reaction time inside. The only reason you notice I didn't really run until I heard that guy, and the only reason I ran is because I wanted him to I wanted him to feel like he needed to be ready to engage because I'm coming. So that's why I stopped here, jumped in, peeked, saw him, and then just killed him.
Gotcha.
But yeah, overall that was a super successful raid. I think. I think this whole session has been pretty beneficial. I need you to give me some takeaways. So how do you feel like it went? How much do you feel like you learned? Do you think this was beneficial, and is this something you'd want to do again sometime?
Yeah, I think it was really good. I learned some quality of life things. I learned like my I'm definitely gonna be better at peeking because my peeking would have just been like getting up against the wall, leaning, and trying to maybe even sit there and wait for them to peek me and get killed. But now I'm definitely gonna be a lot better at engagements, especially like those. And then
Yeah, just
yeah, I think. Sorry.
no, you're good. I was just saying with the peeking, yeah. So if you're getting engaged, you know you're not in a good spot, right? I noticed you did it on the rock. Your goal is to move the cover between you and who's firing at you, and then get somewhere where you can take a right hand peek. Because if they push you, then your chances of winning that fight are exponentially higher than if you're just standing out in the open trying to shoot them. You know what I mean? So if you're getting shot and you're not sure from where, try to get to cover. If you have a general idea and it's out in the open, try to return fire in that spot. So I think you did well
Gotcha.
with the rock. That was perfect.
Heck yeah, and even though the raids weren't super active or we didn't run into people, it was definitely it was beneficial to see a raid where you just have a plan, you execute it, you go get the task done, and you get out of there. And the walking in buildings, really beneficial information that I would have just kept running in buildings after this if you didn't say anything. So
Yeah, of
heck yeah.
course. And that's another thing too is this game becomes a different game when you play it methodically, right? If you don't have a goal, you're not going to have a successful raid. You're not going to get anything done. You're going to be bouncing like a ping pong ball on a table. So it's something that's going to come the more you play. I'd say around and it comes sooner for other people, but around 1,000 hours, 800 hours, you start to do things, and then you have this gut feeling I shouldn't be doing this right now. Why am I doing this right now? And then you'll do something else, which is pretty much like your subconscious telling you, I've experienced this before and it didn't go well. I shouldn't be doing this. You know what I mean? That's why I talk about W key with a purpose, right? I knew you had to get your quest done. I knew that guy was there. I was confident that I could kill him because he only made that one noise. That's why I pushed. Those are all the things that went through my mind before I killed that guy. Whereas some people would be like, there's a guy there, I'm going to kill him. I had an idea where he was. I played slow and then aggressively when I got to that doorway, gathered information with the jump peak, and then just sprayed him. And things like that. Just be aware that the game kind of plays itself is what I'm getting at. But your decision making comes from what you're hearing. I'm calling out there's an MXLR over there, there's a DVL over there. I know. So for example, the sniper right here. What would you have done in this position if I wasn't here? You run across this land bridge and the sniper engaged on you. It's just you, solo.
Might have tried to do some shenanigans and try to bait more shots just to see where he is, and then maybe I would say I probably would have run back
Okay.
and tried somewhere else.
All right, you ran back. Okay, so try somewhere else. Okay, no, that's fair. That's fair. Okay, that's all I'm getting at is the game becomes a lot easier when everything has a purpose, right? If you want to have fun just doing PvP with no purpose, go to labs, rush dorms every time, mindlessly, because it'll make you a better player. But if you're trying to do a task or you're trying to play to survive, you can't play like that, right? We're not all 20,000 hour streamers that make it look like a day job, right? Um,
Mhm.
But when you start playing more methodically, this game goes from being like an FPS shooter to more like a chess game, right? Like if you killed your opponent, it's because in some way, shape, or form you outsmarted them. Whether that's throwing a grenade to get them to move, fake peeked like I showed you how to do in Factory and baited a shot. It's just, and it doesn't really come down to skill. It just comes down to decision making, right? And that's all it
Yeah.
is. So just be methodical, and the raids are going to be super easy. And don't be afraid to play slow. But playing solo, playing slow is your best advantage. Honestly, let everybody else who's doing the things I'm telling you not to do them. When I play solo, I don't run. I don't run at all. I literally walk everywhere, unless I'm like got to cross this bridge, or I got to go from this road into the woods, or I got to go from this storm to this storm, or I got to go here to the woods. All this in between, I'm literally walking the entire time. You know why? It's because if I'm walking and a team is sprinting up through the train station, I'm going to hear them here. I'm going to engage on them here, and they're not going to be able to do anything because they're still in sprint animation. So it's just when you're playing solo, think about that. There's no reason to sprint. If you're playing with a team, sprint. It's fine. Because if you're sprinting and you get engaged, one of you is probably going to die, but then you got two other people to shoot back. So it's fine.
Yeah.
But when you're playing solo, just play slow, play methodical, think about your actions, and just pay attention to your surroundings. Because if you're solo, every sound you hear is a threat. Every one of them. So it makes the game so much easier to play. So don't get discouraged playing solo. Just take a different approach to it. You can't play solo the same way you play with a team of people, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's a good spot to end the sesh. We're at hour 45. Do you have any other questions before we end the call?
Um,
Would you want to uh like could I stream with you in the future?
Like on Twitch?
yeah.
Yeah, sure. I don't mind. We'll have to plan it though, because I think next week will probably be kind of like my last time playing for probably like a good few weeks, if not a month, just because I got a baby on the way. So the priorities are going to be not this. So,
Oh yeah, for sure.
but after all that and things settle and I'm back into a better routine or a more predictable routine, yeah, I see no reason why not. Seem like a chill dude.
Heck yeah.
All right, dude. Anything else?
No sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, brother. Just if you have any questions, just DM me or ask in my Discord or the Sherpa Discord. There's always people willing to help. But have a good one. Good
I
luck on
will.
the raids, brother.
Yes, sir. You too. Thank you.
See ya.